All right, so if you've been watching my videos, you're probably thinking, well, Mike, you already did a video on your 1970 Maverick. That was the other 1970 Maverick. So I actually got that car. I did a lot of work on it. I put a new gas tank in it, new radiator, new water pump. I mean, I'd gotten that thing basically ready for Lemons Rally. Then I couldn't do Lemons Rally thanks to COVID because my ex-wife's a teacher and she had to do training for all the new online learning. And then, long story short, I had to watch my daughter the days of the Lemons Rally. Couldn't do it. Decided, okay, I'm just going to sell that car, concentrate on the Cougar. So I put it up online for sale on Monday, and it was gone in like 2 hours. Come Friday, I find another Maverick on Craigslist, a 1970. This one was down in San Diego, and it was a killer deal. So I decided I'm going to go down and get it because my daughter really did fall in love with the other Maverick. But one thing with my daughter, she gets migraine headaches. So she basically in the summer has to ride around something with air conditioning. And this is actually a factory air conditioned Maverick, which is kind of rare. This is actually a fully loaded car, which most Mavericks were not fully loaded since they were kind of an inexpensive car. So yesterday, went down, rented a U-Haul trailer, and towed it back up to LA. And I'm going to show it to you right now, and then we're going to try to get this sucker running today. Okay, so you're probably wondering where I'm at because this is not the driveway where I usually work on cars. This actually used to be my scooter shop back in the day, and my family does own the building, and it's currently vacant. So if you're looking to lease any commercial space in North Hollywood right now, I'm your man. And actually, right next door, that wall right there, that's actually an AutoZone. So if I need anything, it's literally right there. So that's why I towed it here since I have this space until this place actually gets leased. So let's check out this car anyway. Actually, I had to use the wheels and tires. Those are actually the ones from the other Maverick because I'd actually found 4-lug wheels and tires that were brand new from a guy who was converting his Mustang to 5-lug. So this one's actually kind of neat. It still has the original blue license plates, which is cool. And the front frame actually still has the original San Diego dealer frame for Ford. Does have some rust on the front of the hood, so I'm actually going to have to find another hood for this car. They are prone to rust here, from what I understand, so I'm going to have to wait for one to pop up at the pick apart. We're going to flip this guy up, put the lever down. Okay, so this one's actually got the 250-inch six. So it's got the big six-cylinder. Um, I have the air cleaner. It's actually in the back seat. I already took it off. I started messing with it a little bit. It does crank. I put a new battery in it. It cranks, does not pop with ether. So I'm gonna look at it today, see if maybe it's like a spark issue or something like that. I mean, it might be something minor. God, I'm hoping. Um, but the radiator actually is holding water, so that's another good sign. And like I said, this one is a factory air conditioned, factory power steering car. I'm going to check with my daughter. My daughter's almost 11. I'm thinking, maybe I could restore this by the time she's 16. Be a cool car. She really wants the Pacer, but I think this would be probably a better car for what she's looking for. The grill is actually in excellent condition. The one on the other car actually had some cracks in it, had some missing pieces, and most of the badge is still there. And the headlight pieces aren't terrible. Got a couple of dings in them. This one does as well. I think it's kind of hard to find those in good shape. This is actually a Navy car. It's got a Navy base sticker, and I was a former Navy. And the front and rear valances are actually in excellent condition, which is hard to find on these because usually they're dented up, as they were on the other car. The other car, they were completely mangled. The brake reservoir is still holding, and push down on the brakes. The brakes are up on it, so hopefully that might save us some time. Of course, I'm still going to check them once I get this car running. Body wise, it's good. Rockers are good. Down here, there's a little bit of rust starting to bubble right here, and down here in the rear quarters, it's bubbling. This car actually has more rust than the other car did, but the has a little piece right here too. And this actually was a vinyl top car, which fortunately, when it was repainted years ago, they removed the vinyl top, which probably saved the roof from just disintegrating. So I wonder if maybe when they got it repainted, he said it was painted Earl Scheib. This car was actually originally green, just like the other one was originally green. And from what I understand, they he said when it was painted, they decided to take the top off, and it literally probably saved this car, because anyone's seen a vinyl top car from a beach city where they get a lot of what do you call it, salt air, then yeah, these usually disintegrate, especially back here and around the window and whatnot. So the door panels aren't terrible. They did put an aftermarket stereo at one point, so it's got little speakers there. So they did install that, but that's sort of like to be expected on a car of this age. That's they probably got tired of listening to like an AM radio or something like that. Looks like the interior light actually still works. Front seat looks like it was reupholstered at one time. Back seat was not, and up on the top there where it gets the sun, it's starting to disintegrate, and there's the air cleaner right there as well. So this one, actually, the steering wheel's not terrible. It's got some cracks in it, but it is intact. I don't know if the horn works. Oh, the horn actually works. I didn't even try that. Car shows 86,000 miles. Honestly, it looks like 86,000 miles, and it's like I said, it's a factory air car. It's got the vents in the dash. It has this cool console, which I have never seen one. In fact, I posted some pictures of this car on a Maverick forum, and a couple guys hit me up wanting to buy the console, which I kind of want to keep the car original, so I'm definitely not going to sell that console. Plus, Mavericks don't really have a place to lock stuff up or put your registration, and this one actually does. So, and she has, I think she was like the old lady that had this was very religious, because a lot of religious stuff. And actually, inside her house, she had a lot of like religious statues and things like that. Um, the Maverick logo there, it's like a rectangle. I guess there was an optional clock that you could get for that, or you had the block off plate as this one was. So it's got a Mustang floor mat, and on this side, it's a Cadillac. So this car has kind of like an identity crisis going. Check out this stereo. It's got an old AM/FM cassette. Haven't played around with it to see if it works, but I've got some cassettes, so if it does work, we can definitely make that do something. And coming around the back, let's see, it has all four original wheel covers, which is cool. A lot of times that stuff's missing. It actually has the original gas cap, which a lot of times those are missing. And there's the original back plate. It was last tagged in 09, and it's got a very important woman plate frame on it, very 70s plate frame. And the bumper's in really good shape, and the taillight's in good shape. And then the rear valance is actually pretty minty, which, as I said on the front one, these are usually dinged up, and they were wrecked and bumped into different things. So got really lucky there. A little bit of surface rust. There's the Earl Scheib paint job, probably from the 1980s. That's cracking. So I've got the original keys. Of course, they're kind of worn down, but they still open the trunk just fine. This actually it came with this is the grill badge, so it's actually in the trunk. I think there's a ring that goes around it. Must have gone missing. Looks like they were messing with one of the taillights that burned out. So got to look at that. And it actually came with a spare gas cap, which these are like unobtainium. In fact, they go for pretty good money on eBay. Here's what's left of the original rearview mirror. I can just get a generic one. So this is actually the original gas tank. I got to check it, see how it is. This has the evap system. This was like the first year for like evap on some cars in California. So this tank is not available. They do make the 49 state one, which is what I put in the other car. But I'm hoping this tank is still good, because obviously that one was kind of expensive. Looks like there's an extra spark plug hanging out. But the trunk's actually in good shape. There's no rot on the floor. And fortunately, this car is very, very straight, even if it does have a little bit of rust bubbling here and there. So you got a little bit right there. So coming down the passenger side, looked like the rockers are in good shape. A little bit of bubbling on the door. Nothing terrible. Fenders are in good shape. Like I said, all that is really, really straight on this car. So this would be a great car to do like a driver restoration on. Let's see if I can get the door open on the passenger side. So this it was open. So there we go. Door panel's actually in okay shape. It's usable. Once again, they drilled a hole there for the speaker, but not a terrible car. So that's the new 1970 Maverick project, because I'm going right from 70 Maverick to another 70 Maverick. Okay, so I really didn't show what I did off camera, but basically it wasn't sparking. I got a file and I filed the points, and then after that you put some gas in it and it fires up, but it dies. So it's getting fuel up from the tank. Um, Okay, so we got the car to fire at least with gas from a bottle. So I've got a carburetor kit on order from Rock Auto. Anybody knows what Rock Auto is? The stuff's usually in the wrong warehouse that's on the other side of the country. So we're waiting on that. Once I get a carb kit, I'll be able to do the carb on it, and then we'll have hopefully this car running and driving after that. And once we do that, I can actually take it home, maybe surprise my daughter. Of course, she won't be able to actually drive it, but I'll get it to where we could run it around town and daily drive it and do whatever we need to do to it. But for now, at least we've got fire. At least we know we're really close to getting this thing on the road. So I'll be doing another video on this car once I do get it on the road and when I get it ready and when I do the carb and all that. So be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment as to what your favorite Maverick I owned was, whether it's this one or the other one. I like this one because it's fully loaded, but that's me. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.